there, but you can look at that. But then look at this house as if you were the one that you had to come here and trap it. You know, what would you be looking for, right?
This looks difficult, yeah.
Well, it's you know, you'll get better at it. Like it's you know, I wish you guys could come for a couple of days and we could just do this repetitively, and then you start getting more comfortable with it. But the ice fishermen that were here on Thursday they said, we're so glad to see somebody's over at that beaver lodge. They said, look at this, and on the other part of the lake, they've got, you should see some of the places. They absolutely clear cut it. There isn't a freaking poplar tree left. So if we have an area like that, we take them all out. Yep. Leave it alone for a couple of years. And then at the far south end of the lake, where they've been smashing boathouses and stuff, we're taking them out. But we try to leave them alone, you know. But I promised the municipal campground is right in here, and I promised them that we'd try to keep them off the north end of the lake because they go down there and make a mess. So, so that's how we look at it. But the first year, this is our third winter. The first year we got this trap line, all we did was trap all these ponds here, and then up the 801 where they were plugging culverts. We took exactly 60 beaver. Holy moly.
Oh,
the first year.
Lots of beaver around.
So that's 60 beaver we had for trapping first.
So out of the beaver that are on a lake like this, those, what percentage are in bank dens versus lodges?
Well, it really depends on the lake, but here, you know, they've got these bogs to build off of. But sometimes that's not a possibility, so they got to build coming out of the banks like you've seen those, eh? Yeah. But this one, you know, you can go all the way around this and set traps.
Yeah. I'm a little unsure on how to find bank dens, though. Is that a little harder to do?
Well, like I said, there'll be a chain of bubbles. That's your first clue.
Oh, yeah.
Where they're going in and out and stuff. But, you know, you got to figure out where are they living.
Yeah.
Right? And in the winter, they're going to stay closer to home. And so you're going to trap around the entrance or the lodge, and then, you know, maybe 20 yards this way and 20 yards this way. Because they'll have more runs than you think.
What's the best time of year then to start looking for?
Well, the best time is when you're getting some ice, so the bubbles will show.
Oh, early on,
in November or something.
Yeah,
You're starting to get the freeze, and then you can flag them. Is there any bubbles in that one?
Yeah.
Does it look like there's something in that trap?
Well, there's bubbles.
That's the exact same ice chipper we got too.
Oh yeah.
I tied I put a leather strap on the end there.
That's what you should
around the wrist.
Yeah,
same two thing. That works really good.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
I made for this one here, I made so I drilled a hole in it. And then that thing, Doug, just a second. I drilled a hole right here. And then this thing just pops through it,
yeah.
And it sits in there like
that. I
that.
actually made a leather sheath for mine.
Oh yeah, you're a leatherman.
You
make nice stuff.
But yeah, I mean, I'm thinking the same thing because that's a little dangerous. When it's sharp,
well, the wood will take.
Yeah, that'll do it just fine. Yeah.
What I do with mine is those straps that come off the trucks.
Oh yeah.
Find them in the ditch all over the place in town. Pick them up, and that's usually what I make my sheaths out of.
Oh yeah, that would work good.
You got a machine, or you hand sewing that, or what do you?
Hand stitching.
Well, gotta get them just. Hold your mouth just right.
Stuck on something.
Uh-oh, that one's a killer.
I think it is one.
Think it might be. The Beaver Lottery.
And this one's got some weight on it.
I was really hoping you got one because,
I got a little kit.
They didn't film it last time, but that's just a little guy.
Yeah, that's this year.
Oh well.
Yeah, so if you've got grass, take advantage of the grass, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So Yeah, he got a bad catch because he's just a little guy. Well, we got to get him out of here, so
Yeah.
whatever comes, we'll take him. Little, big. You really should feel this one. Everybody should try it because
Okay.
you're gonna hit the side if you're not right on target. Well, as soon as you get lined up, it just slips in there just as slick as anything.
What is it, about a foot diameter hole as a rule?
It's about the width of a 10-inch Conibear. That's why they, you know, 'cause that when they trench everything out, it's as wide as their body. So on your bank runs, when you can see them in the fall and you can see the sun shining on there, you'll see all along there's leaves and shit down there, but not where that run is because they've been dragging their belly right at the bottom just before they go in.
On the bottom.
So that's another clue. But I had to cut that great big honking log right there. You'll see when you bend down here. So you want to have a good pruning saw with
I'm
you.
going to try something here, Ross. All right. See, like it's supposed to be waterproof. I've never put it up. Oh,
Just take the
all right.
from underneath.
Ooh, that would give me the creeps putting the camera.
No, see, you can do it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'm not
but it's
near
only
scared
filmed
because
out
it's
this
yours.
way.
Yeah. Hook it up. Under there a bit more. We got whiskers.
So there's the trigger. That's the easiest way. So you just say, okay, where's my trigger? Because I had the trigger pointed this way.
Oh.
Does that make sense? So that.
But sometimes they twist around a lot.
Pardon?
You said sometimes they swirl.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
but that doesn't matter. What matters is when they went into the trap.
Yeah.
So okay, so so the way this is, I'll show you. You watch now because of the trigger here.
You know which way the trigger was when you put it in.
Yeah, I always point the trigger out.
Yeah, yeah.
Just
That makes sense.
habit now.
You point the trigger on the
Yeah, so that I catch them like I'm facing it as though they're coming from outside.
Yeah.
Right? So don't take them out yet until I trouble with this guy.
There's one in the other trap.
Yeah, but we
Hmm?
can't get it up.
Oh.
I got one string up right over.
Okay, so now let's take this trap.
You always put the trigger on the outside.
That's what I do.
Okay.
And so he came from inside and got caught, and that's
out.
probably why he's further. Even though he's little, he might have got caught back, but we almost got him in the middle of his body.
Yeah, he's so little, eh?
We went
Yeah,
through
so-
fast.
He proved me wrong, and he was coming out when we caught him.
Yeah.
But like I said,
But we do believe you, Ross.
72.
Isn't that,
Yeah.
okay.
So let's take him over here and dry him.
Okay. They fluff up pretty quick once you get them on the snow a bit like that.
Yeah, especially with dry snow.
But still, it does do. It's still doing the job. And then in the bag she goes, eh?
Yeah.
So I kind of figured there was a beaver in there, eh?
Beaver muscat.
Yeah, I'll take a look at him in the hole with this thing. See if I can see him or not.
springtime, you can take a whole colony out just on the slide. It's unbelievable
On
how
the
fast
slide?
you can trap them. And if it's a really big dam, or a good sized dam, you gotta have one, and then another one at the bottom, and I only wire one side, and then they flip out of the way,
Oh,
and so you can keep catching. I don't attach both sides.
Okay.
Only attach one side. And
Okay.
but when you're like when you're trapping in the spring and they're swimming, if they're going to go over the dam,
Ah, you got it out.
if you
another kit.
another kit.
Yeah.
So
Those are the ones.
don't put the trap at the top of the dam where they're going over. That's the most tempting place. But it's silhouettes, and I watched them because when I was trapping in the mine, I just laid on they made a diversion canal in there to route water, and then they had ponds where these guys could water their cattle. Of course, you got ponds and you got poplar trees, you're going to have beaver. So I watched them. I'd lay there until it got dark, and they swim up to it like that and slap their tail and swim away, and then they come back and slap. But if you put it just over, they're already committed.
Oh.
As they come up to the slide and they're going to drop down,
Yeah.
they'll nail them every
Oh,
time.
yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So you would put it maybe like 3 feet down from the top there, so they're committed to come down already. They're en route.
Yeah.
So you would put it like
Yeah,
about 3
instead
feet
of
down.
at the top,
Instead of at the top down.
it's easier
Okay.
because you can see right where they come out of the water, and you think, oh, I'm going to put it right there, but
Okay.
they're hesitant. But if they come over the top,
Yeah.
they just slide right into your trap, and
Okay, that makes sense.
away you go.
Okay.
You just lower it down until you feel it hit the bottom.
Yeah. Yeah. And then
And
up
then
a
just
little.
lift it up an inch.
That makes sense.
Okay. No, this one is going to catch the big guys.
So was the other string caught on something?
You'll see how we got trapped.
You're kind of.
Oh, you suitcase too? Wow.
So hopefully we'll have another one tonight.
Yeah.
So this, if you look over here,
You told us to look for bubble, I would think there was one right over here.
Yeah.
there, plus you've got all this has been washed out.
Right.
So that, to me, is a good indicator. It's not a
Oh.
guarantee.
There's another set of one on the back side, like that's similar to that.
Right here, but it's not a lot. And here, it looks to me like it's flashing up. But I couldn't get to see the bubbles because this has already been loose.
And that's been washed away.
These are packed right. Yeah, you see, that's exactly. So, I don't know. This, that there didn't used to be there. And that's
What's that?
the bog.
Oh.
Like some of them, there's half the size of an island on this lake, and they just float. And the wind gets them and takes off.
Oh, I see. It's just moving
These
around.
guys end up with them right. They come out to where their boat is, and there's this great big.
So that just flowed in from
Yeah,
here.
didn't used to be here
I
though.
didn't know that.
Interesting.
All the front, see, because you look, well, where's the food cache?
Yeah.
There's no food cache here. Well, they've shoved it all underneath these.
There.
Yeah.
Yeah. Underneath that bog.
So yeah, there's always something to throw you. And this guy went in the way that I said that most of them are, but how the hell he got that far into it before it fired on him?
Yeah.
You wonder, because
It's going into the lodge.
we call that a suitcase catch,
Uh-huh.
and on a beaver it's a shits because, like on a mink or a martin, they're tubular. So it's going to do its job anyway. In this case, it didn't matter because he was under the water. But if this was out of the water, and now it's going to half of the blow. You need all of the blow to hit him here
right
to
there.
get a really good catch.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, quite a bit of interest by the time I got to this one. Having said that, now look how far he got.
He got totally suitcased.
Yeah. You know, if it was out, if you're trapping on the dam, that's kind of shitty death. But underwater, it doesn't matter anyway. Because when this hits him, it's going to blow his air out. That's why there's so much at the top usually.
Oh, yeah, blows the air out, yeah.
The trap smacks them so hard, they let go of all the air. So
I think I would too if I was out like that.
that's true, though.
So what do you find easier for fleshing, the little guys or the big guys?
Well, the little ones are way easier.
Yeah, that's what I
Because
thought.
it hasn't adhered to the back.
That's right.
This is the most difficult. From here, back,
Oh, that part, yeah.
that's the most difficult. Same as an otter.
I know Tracy.
Semi-aquatic animals do something different with their fat. I don't know what it is, but they're all harder to flesh than a land-based.
Yeah.
Ingrid there, the last class, they said to me, how long did it take you to get it to flow nice like that? And so I told them, right after that 331st beaver, that's when I noticed everything smooth right.
The flow came.
Yeah, so don't dismay.
It gets easier, eh?
You gotta serve your time. It's just there's no other way. I do it over my leg because it's just a method that I finally. But lots of guys do it with a real sharp two-handed flesher.
Oh,
Yeah. But you know, you develop habits, and there was no one to teach me.
Oh, yeah. So, you just
So out of frustration, you know, taking a beaver hide and slamming it on the floor twice and swearing and doing everything else that wouldn't work, then I finally settled in and I just got that rounded flesher and I just started cutting it.
Oh, yeah.
And then I just got better and better at it. Yeah. Beaver will try your patience, I'll tell you that. These little ones are a lot easier than the bigger ones, and you get a real gnarly old one. Biggest beaver I ever caught was in Carburn Park in Calgary. It was 81 pounds.
Wow.
I weighed it. So what I do, once I've determined the angle, you can't see it now, but I take that run finder and I just scrape it in the snow in the angle that it's on, so that when I lower my trap, I know I'm in the middle of the
Oh, yeah.
run.
Cool. Okay. All these wonderful little tricks, Ross.
Yeah, well, you probably come up with other things that'll work better yourself. It's
So you
just
can use
getting the confidence up. When it's like brain tanning, you know, if you don't make sure the person has success and their first time they fail, it's really hard to have faith or hope after that. So once you start catching them under the ice, you'll be hooked like the rest of us. Because the beaver are so freaking nice. You think, boy, that's a lot of work and everything, but then you get back and you get them in the skinning shack and you just see the sheen on them, you know.
Oh, nice.
Have a look around and see where you would, but if you stand right here and you think about what we were talking about, it seems fairly obvious there isn't going to be one right there to me.
There's
Right?
no breakdown, no nothing.
Yeah, there's nothing sharp, see? So
You just,
this here,
that sounds where
like
they'd
it
be.
just comes down like that, but when you've got something short like that doesn't look like the rest of it,
Well,
that's where I start.
And you did,
Oh.
I mean, you got 2 for 2.
Well, is this almost like the slide, where they're pulling stuff up onto the lodge? That bit of a ramp there, or not?
Yeah, that
Yeah,
right here is where
And then
they're
you're off to
coming up,
one side of it.
diving and going in.
yeah.
Does that making sense? The water's going to come up and rot that ice, and you won't have to work so hard.
Ah,
But if you try to chisel it all out in a square, oh my God, you will hate trapping.
So just straight down in the narrow hole, eh?
Yeah, that's right.
That makes a lot of sense.
I like the chainsaw.
It's sort of
A guy your age shouldn't be working this hard. You've done all your work.
He's gonna do it.
Yeah, there you go.
Working on that
But
carpal tunnel syndrome.
Sometimes you'll hit like on these muskeg lakes, and there'll be methane under there.
Yeah.
Holy
Oh.
shit. It'll just go boom! It'll spout up like this.
That's cool.
as tall as a big guy like me.
Yeah.
See, does the fact that these reeds are so close here to the lodge make you kind of make it less likely to have an entrance? Oh, no, eh? Oh,
Well, they're going right underneath of that.
they go underneath it because this is floating, eh?
Yeah, it's a bog.
I wouldn't have thought that. Shoot.
That's why I wear these rubber gloves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what Narrow Lake?
Oh yeah.
Shit.
Have you
Wow,
been
that's so much.
Yeah, it turns into.
On full time here.
He's a good guy to have around.
Yeah, so now
Yeah, it turns into a
what's
slushy.
happening, eh?
Yeah.
The water is warmer than the ice,
Yeah.
so it'll start rotting it. You'll just make your hole bigger.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Smart.
Uh-huh.
I probably would have learned that over 5 years.
Before we go any more, let's see if we're in the right place. Where do we put that?
That hose, I think it was over there, but. Oh, it's back in the trailer.
So, it's a toss-up. You know, like Ingrid.
Nothing.
See,
Oh,
look at
Nothing?
that.
Cool.
But Ingrid felt that there was more here than right there because it was a toss-up, eh? Where
Uh-huh.
we should be.
Yeah.
So we'll find out.
Right over there.
Oh. Yeah, so before I make the hole completely out, I want to know I'm in the right place before I go any further. Right?
Oh, yeah.
For obvious reasons. There's muck.
Ooh.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. And there's muck here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Right on
you got a good eye, girl. Yep. So now we'll make this bigger. So when you're working with these things, the trick, the old ones were just beveled down like that, and you get in here and then you'd hit it and it would go sprawling, and you drive it in so you only have 4 toes, or you might make 6 toes depending on how hard you hit your foot.
Oh.
These are safer, but you have to, so if I want to remove this way, I'm going to set my chisel this way.
Oh. Oh, so
Work like that.
it deflects away from you then.
Yeah, it wants to deflect it this way
Oh,
because
okay.
of the bevel.
Ah,
But if you turn it this way, you're going to be doing this all the time. It's,
yeah.
you know what I mean? So it does make a difference which way you're holding your chisel. Keep going until you do like he did.
And these yours.
And you get through it.
Are you familiar with Narrow Lake, where we have the conservation thing?
Anyway,
So can I ask you another question? What they say, and what I've read, and I don't know where the heck I heard it, is that if you know that you're not going to come back for 2 or 3 days and it's really cold, if you take the top of your hole that you've made and fill it with snow, it won't freeze the solid.
yeah, so I take, if the spruce boughs, then I just take all these sticks and I make cross pieces and I pile the
There's no one.
spruce boughs and then I shovel the snow on it.
Oh.
And it will barely freeze, more normal.
Yes.
And then, look at this guy. Holy
This is a young man.
I want this guy to be my junior partner. See what's good about this one? Is that you should feel this. So, okay, you found that. Okay, but you're back this far. What's going to keep that beaver from going over there or over there? So you take this and you check for that, and you're hitting muck right here. There's no way he can get around that trap. Right? Same
so
here. I'm
perfect.
hitting.
So there's a groove through there then, I guess, eh? That
Yeah,
they
he's got a
kind of,
channel.
yeah. There's a channel,
This
yeah.
this isn't a new house either. They've revamped it, and then it gets abandoned over the years, and they leave.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
They haven't got a lot of logging left in them. So
Like I would have never thought that this is floating, this stuff here. That they could just swim underneath that. But apparently these are just little rafts. Just floating. So I would have thought, well, of course they can't come in this way because they're going to run into the roots.
Yeah, 100%.
But that's not even going to the ground.
I have one marsh that I'm doing for the town of Athabasca. And it's the same thing. Like everywhere you look, it's all this.
Oh,
Get further in, and they've got a lodge about this size,
uh-huh.
just back in there.
Huh.
And to look at it, you think, oh, well, there's only 2 paths they can
Yeah.
swim out, so
Yeah.
they wouldn't even be in there. But they got to be able to get underneath all of it. And
Yeah, and probably these bulrushes do go down to the ground. I'm pretty sure, eh?
nope, they'll grow
No?
right in the muck too.
Oh, them too, eh?
Yeah.
Shoot, I was.
Float across.
Huh.
Yeah, that when we picked up that kayak, I was trying to walk through all this.
Yeah, you were.
I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
It wasn't happening.
There's no bottom to it, eh?
No.
Of them.
But
Oh.
like, if I stay closer to the bulrushes, you get a bit more something to it.
It all
but
just depends on how much
Just
root
keep
mass
going.
it has underneath it.
Oh, yeah.
that makes perfect sense.
Yeah. Look, that makes sense now after years of slugging around in that stuff. Wondering why I keep on sinking anyways.
Don't use your chisel to see how deep it is.
Uh-huh.
And this temperature's fine. But when it's cold, like 20 below or more, it'll freeze almost instantly, and then you can't hang on to it.
Uh-huh.
You'll curse it. But yeah, you use a pole, kind of get an idea, and then you want enough wire to lower it down, and
That
then
deep.
to go around the thing twice. Eh?
4
Yeah.
feet deep, right?
Yeah, so
Okay.
that's probably more than I need. So
Uh-huh.
I just go that far, and I bend it over,
Oh,
and that's how I. That's how
oh,
I
you get your
determine-
double strand, eh?
Yeah, I always double strand wire.
Mhm.
It's cheap. Don't. If they spin and there's only one wire on there, one side may be gone, and if both sides were only one, the beaver may not be there when you come.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
And then you
bad.
lose your Conibear and everything.
Yeah.
Did you like this video? If you did, I think you're gonna like this one right over here. So check it out. And I appreciate your subscribing if you haven't done so already. Remember to do that while you're watching this next video. Click like, it all helps us out for this channel. Catch you next time.